What really is the best Guinness of all time if you're wearing a blindfold? Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome to the ultimate Guinness blind taste test. And I really do mean blind. Today I'm going to be trying 6 different Guinness beers with an asterisk by one of them whilst literally blindfolded with a blindfold to find out which Guinness really is the best. So in a moment I'm going to pour 6 different beers into 6 different glasses, and for good measure those glasses are also non-standard beer glasses, just regular drinking glasses. Each one will be labelled with a key. I'll put it on screen anyway what I'm drinking at any one time, but I won't know because I'm going to be blindfolded. So what are the beers? Well, first up, and pretty obviously, Guinness Original. It's just original standard Guinness, nothing fancy, it's just some Irish stout in a can. And of course, next up, after that one, we've got the one that probably most people recognise as Guinness today, certainly in the home form anyway, Guinness Draft can. And it will probably come as no surprise to those of you who follow beer stuff on YouTube recently that, well, yeah, Guinness Nitro Surge also is coming in heavy there. And those are the 3, well, let's call it obvious comparisons. But of course, we're going to throw another 3 beers in the mix just to see, well, really what happens. First up, Guinness 0.0, their alcohol-free version. In a blind taste test, can I actually tell that this is alcohol-free? I guess we're going to find out. And then something that should be pretty obvious, the Guinness Cold Brew Coffee Edition. It's, yeah, I mean, I've had it before. It's very nice. It's a draft widget style can. And in theory, I should be able to pick this out very easily amongst the ones we've looked at already. However, this is not Guinness, but it is allegedly a Guinness rival, and I'm yet to try it. I've got no idea what this tastes like. I don't know how close it is to the real thing, or indeed that cold coffee Guinness. So this should make for, well, quite a confusing day for me, if nothing else. This is, of course, BrewDog's Black Heart Draft Stout. They've been doing a massive marketing campaign, basically trying to piggyback off the back of Guinness. So it's time to find out once and for all, did they really manage it? So that is all of the beers we're going to include in this little test, and my beautiful off-screen assistant is going to pass me one at a time whilst blindfolded for me to, well, evaluate, rate, and let you know, yeah, what really is the best Guinness of all time if you're wearing a blindfold. Right then, let's get pouring. Right then, blindfold time. Okay, this is already very, very disorientating. It's covering my ears slightly, so I'm a bit like spatially inept. I'm probably going to spill beer everywhere, but here goes nothing. So, Dictionary Corner, let's do this. The first beer, I'll put the name on screen. I don't know what it is. I can't see anything. I've just got to do this. So I'm going to hold my hand here, and please do not let go until I say I've got it. I have it. Okay, right then. I mean, I've made the mistake of making these all pretty much full, so now I'm also terrified of spilling it. Where's the top of the glass? Okay. It smells like Guinness. It's, I'm pretty sure it's not the coffee one, but beyond that, I'm not really sure. So, cheers everyone. Here's to a very confusing blind beer tasting. Ooh, now. Well, it's delicious. I think it's Guinness, obviously. Well, I say obviously. There is a non-Guinness element here. The head feels creamy, and the flavour is not strong but not muted. If I had to hazard a guess, which probably should point out is a part of this. I'm going to guess each one. I'm going to get a score, but I'm also going to tell you which one I think is best. I think this is either the Nitro Surge or the traditional draft can. I'm leaning more towards the traditional draft can. I might change my answer later, and I hope Dictionary Corner is making notes on this. Do excuse the dog barking in the background. But as a score, and we're out of 6, I'm going to put this at number 3, which is just above halfway for now, but I have the right to reallocate later on. But yeah, that's I'm going with Guinness Draft. Okay. Please, the next beer.
I have it, thank you.
I've got it. Okay. Beer number 2. There's the top. Again, It smells like Guinness. Might be maybe a bit of drop off in aroma. More coffee note coming through than the previous one, but I don't think it's strong enough to be the cold brew coffee one. Anyway, cheers. It's thinner. Slightly more bitter aftertaste. And conditioning on this doesn't feel as good. Now, I don't think it's the coffee one. If it is, it's definitely not as good as I remember, or certainly against a regular Guinness, although I've only ever drank it on its own before. My instinct with this is either Guinness Original or the 0%. Now, I'm struggling a little bit because Guinness Original has quite a lot more robust bitterness, even more than I think this has. And Guinness 0% has a little bit of a starchy quality that you get in a lot of alcohol-free beer. And I'm not getting that with this. Now, I'm going to have a tentative guess at Guinness Original because I think it's just too... There's not enough head on it, it's too watery for any of the draft cans. It could be BrewDog. If so, they haven't done a great job, if I'm honest. But, yeah, tentative guess at Guinness Original, and I'm going to put this at number 4. For clarity, I should probably point out that in this ranking system, out of 6, 1 is the best and 6 is the worst. So the last one was just above halfway. This one is just below halfway and is a bit worse than the one before. On to beer number 3. Okay, there's the top. There we are. I'm getting not a lot of difference in aroma after that first one. Like that first one's felt like a stronger aroma. Really not a lot. Anyway, cheers. Well, back to a draft can, or the Nitro soda, I should say. However, I'm getting a potatoey vibe. The head's good, but the body's a bit thin. At this point, I'm pretty sure that's Guinness Zero. Yes, I'm quite certain this is Guinness Zero. And I mean, it's a good alcohol-free beer. It just gives itself away a little bit in the flavour. It's minor, it's minute, but there's still just a slight off quality to it. As a result, I'm going to put this at number 5 for now. It's not as good as a real Guinness, but it's certainly not bad. Okay, beer number 4. Finding the top of the glass is the most difficult bit of this. All right then. Again, either my nose is playing up today or aromas we don't have much, has to be said. That would suggest that there might be a nice thick Guinnessy head on it. So let's give it a go, shall we? Cheers again. Oh, misses. What is that? It's a bit fizzy. Now, that leads us down 2 paths. That is either Guinness Original or the BrewDog beer, based on that. The mouthfeel is, I've had thicker baths, if I'm honest. It's not great. Oh, I mean, I've never tried the BrewDog beer, so I don't know. I've drunk the others reasonably recently, but no. What is... It's a bit... Yeah, it's a bit dull. It's bitter, but there's no, like, nice roasty or coffee notes in there. It's a bit... I'd say slightly over-carbonated for this style, for a simple stout for me. Right, I'm going with that's the BrewDog beer, and it's coming in dirt last. In either whatever it is, it's coming in dirt last. That is, let's put it in at number 6 because that is by far the worst we've had yet. Yeah, that's still terrible. Okay, beer number 5, second to last. Let's hope it's an improvement. Oh, it's an improvement. And this, I thought this might happen. This is Guinness cold coffee. I don't even need to try it. It's Guinness cold coffee, and compared to the others, it's nice, sweet. It's a bit like a latte in a glass, to be honest. It's it's leaps and bounds better than that previous beer, whatever it was. But I do need to make some arrangements or sort of say alterations on the leaderboard. Remind me, what did I think? So in third, I believe, is the Guinness Draft.
Yeah, the first one that you tested you thought was Guinness Draft and you gave it 3.
And then what's in 4?
You believed it was the OG, the original.
Okay, so I would like to plot this one. Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to move 3 and 4 into 2 and 3, and this is going to sit in 4th, just below halfway. It's very nice. It's a nice change. It's a very drinkable beer, but maybe as a standalone piece of brewing, it's not quite on the same level as those other two. That's what I'm going to say. But it's not bad. It's very enjoyable. Okay, so the only one I've not said yet is Nitro Surge, and the only space left is number 1, but I say we can rearrange these things. So let's do it, shall we? Cheers for the 6th and last time. Oh, okay, hold on. The other problem we've got here, is that I've been trying these at different times. Some have been sat while others have been fresher, so on. This is twangy. I'm pretty sure it's Guinness, but somehow this is warmer than the others. They've all been in the same fridge. I know it's the last one, so yeah, I guess. But, it's yeah. Okay. Feels a bit thin as well. I would like to make an amends, please.
Okay.
I think the first one you gave me was the Nitro Surge.
Okay.
And I'd like to move it into first place. That first one, maybe it's because it was the first beer and it just tasted good because it was the first beer. I don't know. In fact, can I have a validator? Can I try that one again? Okay, I've got it.
That's the first one.
This is the first one I tried.
Yeah.
I'm reasonably confident they're both the Nitro Surge and the draft. And at this point in time, in these glasses, I am struggling to tell the difference. Now, yeah, I'm going to go with what my instinct was before you gave me the other one. I think the first one I tried should be moved into first place and is the Nitro Surge.
Okay.
And the Guinness draft comes in just behind it in second.
So, any that you want to test again?
So, let's run through it. Right, can you please tell me now, going through from my favourite to my least favourite, what order I have put them in?
Right, okay. So your favourite was what you thought was Nitro Surge.
Okay.
Second favourite was what you thought was Guinness Draft.
So Nitro Surge first, Guinness Draft second.
Yeah. Third was what you thought was Guinness Original.
Okay, so all of the 3 relatively originals,
Yeah.
all up at the front. Okay.
4 was the cold coffee.
Yeah.
5 was the 0%.
So 5's the alc free, and then
6 was what you
6
thought
is what we
was
think is
BrewDog.
BrewDog.
Yeah.
Can I please try the OG and the BrewDog ones again, please? Because
So we're passing you both together, and you can just tell me which one you think is which. So you can do it side by side.
yeah, so just
So that's one.
this is one.
I'm just going to give you one and then.
So tell me which. Okay, so what do I think this is currently?
I'm not going to tell you because you need to.
Okay. Okay.
Right, and there's the second one.
Oh, right. Here
So
we
have
go.
those two side by side. So you got the original and the BrewDog.
I think this one I said was the BrewDog.
Okay, yep, you said that one was the BrewDog, yeah.
However, I'll be honest, they're both my least favourite. I think at this point. Well, hold on.
That's not how you scored them, then.
It's not how I scored them, but no, that's probably fair. Okay, you know what? I'm going to leave my scores as they are.
Mhm.
I would not be surprised if it's the other way around. I don't drink Guinness Original very often. I know I did a video on it a few weeks ago, but I don't remember it that well. I don't remember it being as fizzy as the one that I think the BrewDog one is, but I could definitely be wrong. So we're going to leave it there. I'm going to hand these both back to you. Okay, I am now going to remove the blindfold. Oh, that's bright. Oh, that's bright. Oh, a man needs glasses to see and time to adjust to the lighting in this room. Wow. Okay, we're back in the room. That was an experience. How many have I got right?
2.
Yes, we have consistent success at being terrible at blind taste tests. Okay, in which case, no, it doesn't really matter. I could try all day. I kind of know which ones I'm torn between on all of them. Maybe there's some absolute shockers in there. I don't know. Maybe I've just told you that BrewDog's Black Heart is the best Guinness. In which case, I'll just leave now. To be honest, I think let's go in reverse order. Revelation, please. As in my number 6.
What you put as your number 6?
I thought number 6. What did I actually think it was?
The one that you put in number 6, you thought it was BrewDog.
And what was it? Oh, sorry, Guinness original aficionados. It's that's a bitter fizzy mess. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure the can I had the other day was better than that. That's not great, truth be told.
5 is one that you actually got right.
The 0%. Okay, turns out I can pick a 0% beer out of a lineup. That is not a terrible start. Guinness 0%. Okay.
4 you also got right. Cold coffee. And coffee brew.
Interesting. Cool. Okay. There we go. My third from favourite was...
You believed it was Guinness original, but it's the BrewDog.
Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. Okay, this is my first time trying the BrewDog Black Heart knowing what it is. The only thing I can say about that, really, is that is a BrewDog beer with relatively little flavour. And at this point in their history, that can only be a good thing. So, it's fine. It's just neutral. A bit like Guinness, but doesn't have... There's a je ne sais quoi if Guinness was French and not Irish, which it isn't. But you know what I mean. It doesn't quite have the fizz, or lack of.
But you did prefer it to the original.
But I definitely did prefer it to the original Guinness, which is a shame, but that kind of original Guinness is a hot mess. So, my second favourite... Oh dear. Whoa. Oh dear, oh dear. I was torn. I nearly flipped them. And I'm not entirely surprised. Nitro Surge, firstly, I mean, I didn't pour it properly. It wasn't the whole can. It wasn't, you know, everything else. The Nitro Surge and the Draft are very, very close. Anyway, and the Nitro Surge has a bit less flavour because there's more nitrogen in it, because nitrogen changes the way a beer behaves. And because I wasn't enjoying, I guess, the proper Lux pour, I can imagine, yeah, in that glass, probably not very, very. But what's interesting is I have basically had them tied in my head. They were pretty much spot on 1 and 2, which means the Guinness Draft can, if you're going to pour your Guinness into a non-conventional glass and drink it blindfolded, Guinness Draft cans, well, they're as good as, yeah, well, they're better than everything else. So there you have it then. Nitro Surge and the Guinness Draft pretty much coming in level. Yeah, the Draft genuinely was a slightly better flavour, but it does have more flavour and, well, just interesting. That is it. I am maybe shocked that the OG was as bad as it was. I mean, I drank it like a week and a half ago. It wasn't that bad then. And the BrewDog one, well, yeah, they kind of cloned Guinness-ish. That's all we can really say. The cold brew coffee and the 0% were dead ringers. There wasn't any masking those, and my opinion on those hasn't changed. But there we are. If you want to go buy Guinness, probably better off just with the Guinness Draft. But if you do like playing with a little toy, pardon the pun, buy the Nitro Surge. And that really is everything. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you haven't already, subscribe if you would be so kind. And I'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Sorry.
The blooper reel.